This is Dolynny TV. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion. Yes, sirree, it's an off day after an all-around weird game against the Arizona Coyotes. Weird in the fact that we played more than good enough to win, and of course then the Oilers defense did what they do best and didn't play defense, gave away pucks, turned over pucks, and there you have it, a 4-2 loss against the Arizona Coyotes last night. That said, there's a lot of good positives out of there, but one negative and a couple things we have to get to this afternoon. I'm miles behind this one. I apologize. Of course, work comes first. Slinging that sheet metal, that is priority number one all the time. However, today, we get to it after cutting the lawn. That was priority number 2 today because she's about to snow in southern Alberta this weekend. Actually, down on the other side of Calgary, Okotoks is under a severe winter storm warning or something. So, guys, if you're tuning in from Okotoks, hit me up during the night on the comments section of this video and let me know how that progresses, because I'm sure I'm going to see pictures, hear stories on the CBC tomorrow morning. But with that said, let's get on to it with the news. Of course, Evan Bouchard and Shane Starrett last night, about an hour after the game finished, were sent down to Bakersfield. Guys, I can sit here and analyze that one, beat it to death, try and make something out of nothing really for you as much as you want. The key there is Dave Tippett and Ken Holland, before camp started, were crystal clear about how that was going to work. If you don't play late in the preseason, you're going down. And that's exactly what happened for Evan Bouchard and Shane Starrett. So obviously now we get into the secondary part of how Ken Holland operates, the simple fact that he likes to over-ripen prospects. And this is critical because you look at how the roster was shaped up, right? 2 right-handed guys in Bear and Bouchard left as of the end of game last night. Both did not play. Joel Persson goes down with injury, a shoulder injury, 7 to 10 days for our Edmonton Oilers. So that's, we'll put aside Bouchard and Bear for a second. That leaves a big hole in the lineup, especially right next to Clefbaum. And you look at Adam Larsson, who, my goodness, do I have anything good to say about his defensive game last night? Not really. It was, he might have had a good play or two somewhere along in the way in the game, but that was a cluster crap of a game for him last night against Arizona. You think about the mid-zone breakout that they attempted, guys, I'm sorry. If Dave Tippett is really stressing this as much as everybody's trying to make it sound like he is, we are doomed. We are doomed. I mean, we do not have the defenseman capable of making that play. You got to have your head on a swivel, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't care how much you like Darnell Nurse, Adam Larsson, Oscar Clefbaum, Matt Benning, or Chris Russell. We have seen it time and time again. They are not good enough to have their head on a swivel to go out there and make that mid-zone breakout behind the net in front of the goalie. And geez, no. Let's work on it a full year in practice, then deploy it next year if we feel confident. Not now. That was beyond brutal. But that aside, is the simple fact that that hole can't be filled by by Larsson. That hole can't be filled by Matt Benning. We saw that last night. That's not their capabilities, and we've seen Adam Larsson for 2 years now get overexposed on the top pairing, whether it be when Clefbaum's injured or when he's up there with Clefbaum himself. So, what does that leave us? Well, that left us 2 guys on the bench that didn't play last night. That's Bear and Bouchard. See how I'm coming back, cycling around? Bear is a guy who does have more NHL experience than Bouchard, albeit by, I think, 2 games. So don't say I'm saying he's got much more. But Bear in those games has a lot more points. He has 4. I think Bouchard only had 2 points in his debut. But I'm not going to get into stats because that's not the key indicator what I'm trying to get at. Bear has played at a professional level for several years now, right? You think back to the year he got his experience, now 3 years ago. Last year he played, and this year he now has a chance to earn an opportunity in the NHL. Evan Bouchard, drafted 2 summers ago. Now, all of a sudden, he's coming in. He's played 9 NHL games. His poise looks fantastic. He looks like a great going-to-be player. There's your problem. Going to be. Because you look at it this way, and you get back to what I was talking about. Larsson can't be that guy. Benning can't be that guy. This is why Bouchard was sent down. Bear is that guy. Bear is that guy capable of filling that role a lot better than Bouchard. And it's not based on skill or pedigree or draft ranking or anything on that. It's based on ability to do the job without being destroyed as a hockey player. You think about, okay, so you know Adam Larsson's not first pair. You know Matt Benning's not first pair. You don't want to force it. You want to play as good of a team as you possibly can. That leaves the Oilers to either force Evan Bouchard into the top 4 of the defense and try and hope he figures it out right out of the gate and bang, and we don't suffer a team collapse like we did last year. Or you take a more experienced, more hardened, tougher shelled player in Ethan Bear, who's been in the NHL, gotten dunked on a couple of times for defensive laps, had some good time in the NHL, very great year last year in the AHL on a shutdown pair with Keegan Lowe for the majority of the year. Well, guys, right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is your 100% factor why Ethan Bear is still in the NHL and Evan Bouchard is not in the NHL. We all said we don't want to rush Evan Bouchard, so now is not the time to be upset that Evan Bouchard is not being rushed because Joel Pearson's going to start the year injured. See, that's Chiarelli era tactics. Panic. Oh my God, something went wrong. Panic. No, that we're done. We're beyond that now, and this is a clear indication of that. Having Evan Bouchard go down to the minors when there's a clear hole, he would be very capable by all means of pedigree and draft ranking and ability as a prospect to fill. However, Ethan Bear, tougher shell, stronger mental hockey player, and a more experienced hockey player is much better suited to fill that role, and that is exactly where he finds himself. It is his opportunity to earn out there. You obviously, yes, in camp you've still got William Lagesson, and you've still got Brandon Manning. That's a tough hill for Ethan Bear to climb, but I think if anyone's got the most opportunity knocking, and I think Dave Tippett even said, he went over and said knock knock to Ethan Bear at practice and said opportunities knocking, are you going to clutch up? Well, guys, there's without a doubt that this is Ethan Bear's chance to go out there and get this job, and I think there's without a doubt that in my mind he will go out there and get the job done the next 2 preseason games, clutch up and start the year, even if it is 2-3 games in the NHL to start the year with the Edmonton Oilers. So that's good news there. A guy battling through camp, having a very good camp, now gets that final shot at it to get the roster, and I think he's got a very good chance to do it. So that's Ethan Bear. Now Shane Starrett, the other guy that went down, there's really nothing there. It's a no-brainer. Like, seriously. I know Koskinen's not the goalie we all wish he was. Mike Smith's 38 years old. But, guys, we're committed to 2 NHL pros here as opposed to Shane Starrett, who's yet to get an NHL game under his belt. He's the 3rd-string goalie. He'll get his crack this year. That I am sure of. It's just at what point does Shane Starrett find himself in the Edmonton Oilers crease after a goalie goes down with injury? It's just... You know what? You don't have an overripe goalie who dominated the AHL last year without NHL experience knocking on the door to not have something like that happen. I know I'm wishing an injury on one of our goalies, it sounds like, but that's just the built-in fabric of how the NHL works, I guess I should say. It's just the way she goes. How do they say it on the Trailer Park Boys? You don't need to say it in the comment section because if you get that reference, you understand what I'm trying to say. Just the way she goes, boys. Just the way she goes. There's another word I'm missing, but we don't get into that here on Dolynny TV. I keep it a family-friendly program for you all ages everywhere up and down the lineup. So, where does that leave us? That leaves us with the fact that the Oilers were playing the final countdown at training camp this morning at practice. So, yeah, we're into the final leg. Tomorrow night, the Oilers play Winnipeg. Then Saturday, we play Calgary. And then, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the 29th, 30th, and the 1st. You're ready to pound your heads off the desks? We're going to see what kind of moves Ken Holland makes. And generally, guys, in history's past, we've pounded our heads off the desk. But if this Evan Bouchard move is any indication, we should be giving the thumbs up, all clear. Let's go have a good season. Right on October 2nd against the Vancouver Canucks. Let's start it hot. Guys, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. What I want you to do right now is hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I think, you know what, I gave you a very good look at who I am as an Edmonton Oilers whatever the heck I am. I'm a YouTuber, I guess, here on YouTube. And so definitely, if you haven't already subscribed, give yourself a chance and see what other stupid stuff I say along the road. And with that, guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section down below as well. I want to know what you're thinking. Is Evan Bouchard going down your pick? I really think it's the perfect pick, but I'm not here to judge opinions. I'm here to engage opinions. So guys, I'm Tyson Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here. Oop, oop. If I can get my mouse to work. Hold on. We might start streaming. All right. See you guys.